Hello, boys and girls. My name is Mike Kelly. Mike at KELLEY town.com. Anyway, somebody asked me about fur. I think they were trying to export fur from DAZ into iClone or Character Creator and then use it in Unreal. In any case, fur is a weird sort of thing. We don't have in the Reallusion products a fur rendering engine. We should. It would be nice if we did, but we don't. There really isn't even one in Unreal. I was doing some research on that, and the closest I could find is making fur quote unquote materials, which essentially boil down to doing the same thing here. And I'm going to show you how that looks here. So here is as furry as you can get. This isn't great fur, but it's kind of furry. And what they've done in order to create this kind of furry look is this is a DAZ item, by the way, and I brought in is that if you look at this is the fur here. They take a displacement map, and the displacement map has this stuff in it. And same for the roughness map. It's got the same kind of generation, but then you crank it up. So if you take the displacement map, you can see if you crank it up, you can get, it can go anywhere from this way to that way. So you can crank it up and get, a furry sort of thing. It's still not fur, but it's really as close as you're ever going to get. So same thing on the boots here. There's displacement map here on the fur for the boots. So if you go down here, and then you just go ahead and in this particular case, it's actually cranking it down. But the same thing. You crank it up or crank it down, but you get a kind of a fur look to it. I've seen this fairly effective using other kinds of displacement maps. On this particular displacement map, it's not great. I've seen different displacement maps that actually look a lot better than this. So that you could play around with that, getting the right displacement map. But in any case, that's the closest you're going to get to fur in Reallusion products. And then inside of Unreal, you can create a fur material. So inside of DAZ, forget about exporting items that are fur, particularly that are separate fur items that wrap around something like a fur geoshell or something like that. Forget about that. You're just never going to get those in. But you could take the items itself like this, and if we took this displacement map and copied it, and then I went ahead and said, what I really want to do is I want to have this. Let's say this is a this is a character, and this is the body of that character, and then you could say I want this to be fur. So you could go ahead and come in here, and well, it's already got a displacement map of sorts, but you could paste that other displacement map in there, just like that's fine. And then you could crank it up, and then you could get kind of a furry. I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty awful looking, but again, it's just whatever you can do. And in this particular case, it's not great, but it's okay. So anyway, that's about all you can do with fur inside of Reallusion products, and you can't do a whole lot more inside of Unreal. I've looked and I haven't found anything that's really good. So hopefully, guys, this helps. Complain to Reallusion if you want to get fur. We really need a fur map in Reallusion. Talk to you later and see you on the forums.